Hey, what is up, YouTube? This is Fortress Striker, and I'm sorry that I haven't been preoccupied with all my videos and everything. Ever since I started with school, things have been, preoccupied and all that, so it's been hard to concentrate and all. But today I'm giving myself a day off just to chillax, relax and do everything, and just take my time to give you an effort of being here with you guys. So let's get started. So what I want to talk about right now is basically an upcoming ban list. No one says there is a ban list yet. I just want to talk about ban lists right now because I feel like people tend to think, oh, because 3 months and all that situation, and unfortunately because we didn't get ours in October like we were supposed to, instead got it in November. People could just tend to think maybe it comes in February. I have no recognition knowing if it's coming in February or not. No one knows if a ban list is coming nowadays in TCG. We usually kept this in order. We get this right, with 6 months and all that, and then turned to 3 months. But now Konami's been dealing with nothing to be preoccupied with what we're doing here. All right, so let's talk about that because ever since the release of the Breakers of Shadow, with the support of Solemn Notice and Twin Twister, those set cards have been changing around the game for a while, especially with the support with new Pepes and making winning YCSs and regionals and world championships everywhere around the world. It's been changing a lot of the game, and many people are really getting stuck up to the game itself until Damage Juggler gets hit, because it will get hit as well as with Plush Fire, similar to what they got hit in OCG. I won't lie to you, it is really getting preoccupied in the game itself, especially with Cosmos even getting more support with they're getting their own Death Star, but it's kind of yellow, which my friend Toma can suggest if you look at the card of Starkfire or anything. Yeah, I mean, the decks have been going isn't like balancing out too much meta and less rogue. I mean, you hardly ever see some decks that just came out, get a little bit of support, and they hardly ever been noticed. Like, let's talk about Ignites. I mean, they're one deck that, should have been tier 1 or some sort, but, I guess after Rhoda got hit to 1, it ended up just being a road deck. Didn't mean much specialty. Inferno's was a specialty deck, too, that people tend to play about, and then you hardly ever see as much winning as it used to be. I mean, these decks were pretty amazing. I mean, here's a deck that also came out Breaks of Shadow, Dynamist. Dynamist is an awesome freaking deck. You guys know my friend Toma, aka Rogue Visionary, who he has actually made the deck of itself. He's just missing a Wavering Eyes and all that. And I'm going to get to Wavering Eyes later on. Dynamis is a pretty incredible deck. I fought before. I've won a little bit, but I've lost most of the time because the deck has a lot of constrictions of protecting itself from destructions and targeting when you send it to the pendulum scales. Their scales are only 3 to 6. They have such great cards. And the best part about this entire deck is freaking cheap as hell. You can just spend about $5 in the entire deck because it's not that expensive. Unless you buy the tech supports like Twin Twisters and the Solemn Notice, which Solemn Notice is like about $72. And Twin Twisters are raising up each by time. Right now, it's currently going around $8. And so it's really preoccupied to see how decks like these are out here. All right, so now I want to make some things to know what we can do for the ban list to, balance it just for our MMO, just so that Konami can stop being assholes to us and give something that we players could do. To make the game more rhyme, more simple. First off, let's talk about the extra deck. I also want to mention that we should actually have about, let's say, give it more from a 15 to 20, because I'm actually more favorable of that, because we need more room in the extra deck. Not because of performance, because I hate the deck, literally, don't bother. Like decks like that really need more support, they need more space in it. Kind of like, for example, let's say like Synchrons, because when you play a Synchron deck, it's very hard to put all these good cards ideas in the extra deck, since it clogs up to the limit of 15, and it's hard to make plays and all that. Just trying to make it simple. So anyway, about the ban list, for upcoming ban list support, I guess what we can do is basically go ahead and like start thinking ideas, because we all know for a fact the main card that is gonna get hit to 0, and we're not talking about Ptolemus, because we know Ptolemus is gonna be a pain in the ass because the Infinity plays, but there are ways to stop it. But the most important one of all is basically Wavering Eyes. Now, Wavering Eyes is that one card that came out first came out actually in a Cross Souls specialty before it came out to the the core sets. Yeah, sorry, forget. But anyway, It's just a great card. It's just too much for pendulums now, especially with Pepe's. It's just too broken. And with inflicted 500, if you hit one, if you use one destruction, 2, it gets searching for pendulums. 3, it banishes any card, doesn't even target, and 4, it actually does all of it. While even search adds another Wavering Eyes. So basically, it's search itself and a pendulum, banishes and inflicts 500 damage. That's like one card you can never deal with. And because we have a card now, Pendulum Sword, that has basically the effect to destroy all pendulums on the field, it's about it. It's basically the new substitute because Konami's going to have to ban this card. And even if you limit this card, it's just too much. Because even if it doesn't have the search effect, it doesn't really matter. It still has the banish effect. It still has the search effect. The 500 damage doesn't really matter. It's mostly the middle of the two, the search and the banish. It's just too much for the game, and especially when you pop pendulums, because that way they can get their special summons out. So I'm guessing when you think about it, Wavering Eyes will be the first card to ever get hit, because Konami has to realize that. If not, well, we're gonna see how this is gonna go. But they are gonna hit Damage Juggler and the Plush Fires because they are too much to make the deck go out. And with the new Draco supports coming out, especially with this Draco Awakening, it's just ridiculous. They're just breaking it up. And with the Ritual Monster too. I mean, Draco Surge could be the next thing that's just gonna ruin the game. I mean, people are leaving the game for this reason. They're like, no, we're done. We're not. Because Pendulums ruined it. Xyz kind of started making people leave. But it was mostly, but now because of Pendulums, people are leaving. They don't even do their profiles anymore. They even stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't even do their videos anymore. They even change it up a bit. I even unsubscribed to one guy who actually decided not to play because of the pendulum support confused him, and he didn't understand it was too much for him. So he just left the game, sold his deck, and then moved on and just play video games. I unsubscribed him because he decided that I'm not going to do it. So I made my own decision and unsubscribed him. But he actually had a great deck. He used to play the Lights one, but he actually made it more fun and more meta-based as it is today. Well, back in the day, when 2014, all that, including the new support. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. If you're wondering what this video was about, the video is about like, what's going on with the game, what upcoming ban list can we do. I mean, what can we do? So my question for you guys, since you guys have been sitting around for 7 minutes, me blabbing, is what are the ways that we can actually make this game more fitting, less complicated, and more balanced, just for everyone to play, understand the rules, and just have a great time. Even if a meta deck comes out, I want people to know how to make it not too broken. Alright, that's all I want. Leave that in the comment section below. I would like to hear that. Be great, guys. Give this video a like if you stand around and listen to me blabber, and love to see me again, because it might be a while, like I said. I don't come often, but I will always miss you guys, and I'm always there. I appreciate it. There's more deck profiles coming up. I promise I'm going to be there as soon as possible. So give this video a like, comment the questions I gave you, subscribe if you're new, share this video, like my Facebook page, and this is Fortune Striker, signing off.